Crypto Hotep here with another trading video. This is going to be a trade review, and we're going to be speaking about the crypto Alice or Alice. It's a gaming token. And this win or this spot trade, this crypto spot trade netted around 17-18%. And sorry if I'm sounding congested, a little bit of allergies going around. But this was a pretty good trade. The entry may have been a little bit early, and this trade was in my transition of using Heikin-Ashi candles from regular candlesticks. But with all that being said, before we hop in, anything I say in this video is not financial advice by any means. Please consult a professional if you want to start trading or investing into crypto assets. And as always, this trading video is sponsored by none other than Coinbase. Coinbase has been around for a while, many years, and one of the more reputable crypto brokers that is U.S. based. They are also publicly traded, and I vouch for them, and I have vouched for them for over 4 years. I've learned crypto from Coinbase. And honestly, I wouldn't trust my money, USDC, or even USD anywhere else. If you're looking at this screen here and you say, hey, Crypto Hotep, I use Coinbase and it doesn't look like this. Well, you need to go to your app and click on the little switch that has advanced or that shows regular and advanced and click the advanced button. Then you'll be greeted with this kind of setup here. You're still able to do everything you could do in your regular Coinbase instance, but now you have less fees, which is a fantastic thing. So less fees, easier market orders, and you can still earn percentage on your USDC and on crypto holdings as well. And with that being said, guys, we're going to jump into this trading review here. Try not to make this video too long. So on May 1st, I did notice Alice or Elise in a buying area. Now, mind you, I am switching over from regular candlesticks to Heikin-Ashi candlesticks during this time period. So right now, we're looking at regular candlesticks, but I did notice a good buying area here. And I said, you know what, I'm going to take a chance here. And so I said, taking a shot here with Alice, and the revisit back into the daily buying area and staying conservative on the TP, take profit, which I had right here. Now you will see this has got adjusted. So I did place these orders here, and they were filled. And this was May 1st. Okay. So we were filled in that order, and we can hop right in here into the chart. So you'll see the chart looks a little different here. Okay, so the buying area we still kept the same. And when I switched over to Heikin-Ashi candlesticks, I adjusted a few things. So I adjusted the flipped level, and I marked that further up right here. Okay. And I liked it because it aligned with my weekly support and resistance levels, which are these blue lines. And then I also marked up my daily selling area up here, which also aligned with my blue weekly lines. And as always, guys, if you are unfamiliar with my trading style, it's very simplistic. We go to the weekly candle or the weekly chart first, and we notate weekly key levels. And key levels are, for my edification, are just support and resistance levels. So we mark these up with our horizontal line tool right here. This was a good one. Here, this was a good one. Here, this was a good one. This was resistance and support. That's what we like to see. And then also here and then I did mark up one up here. Okay. And so when we do that, we hop into our daily time frame, and then we look for daily buying areas. So I did notate this buying area here. And the reason I did is because this buying area had a couple factors. We had a change of character here. What does a change of character mean? Well, let's take a step back. So Alice had a big bullish move up here. So it came big bullish move, we'll say from 107 all the way here to about $2.56, and then price started moving down. Now, when we have a change of character, we look for a low to be taken out. And so this low that I just marked up here, right here, this would have been the lowest low at that point, or the highest low at that point that were to be taken out. Okay. And we'll actually mark this here because this low was taken out, and this low actually caused a change of character to the downside. Now we're going up, or now we're going down, I should say. We were going up from that 107 price point, but since then we've the price has stagnated and declined, and now with this big move in selling pressure, we've taken out this low, which have changed the character short term for price to bearish. Okay. So what happened is price eventually settled in this area. I want to say back to that 107 range, if you see, which was pretty cool to see. And that, that just as a sidebar, it makes me chuckle when people say that price action and charting is a bunch of voodoo and it's all magic and smoke and mirrors. I am a devout chartist, if you will, and price action specialist. And I truly believe that drawing the lines and having levels are key. And it's not just a quote unquote coincidence that price goes to these levels every time. Case in point, right here, 107 was the move up. Then price came down, crashed through this weekly level here, crashed through this weekly level here, and then settled, guess what, at 107. So, it's very funny when we have the haters that hate price action, hate charts, and mainly because they can't read charts. That's usually the reason. But anyways, so price came through, blasted through here, wound up getting some footing around this level. And what I did was I marked out this daily buying area. And the reason I did is because we had a change of character that moved price back up here. So we had a change of character here. Let me take this out because that's not correct. So we had a change of character here where price saw some big bullish momentum. And so a buy limit order was set here for Alice, or at least in this area. And if you were buying it in this area, it was a good enough play for you, right? It's a good enough level to buy. You had buyers come in before, so who's to say buyers won't come in again? So what I did was when I placed this order, I just put my buy tool here on the risk and reward side, and I usually just have this to keep me honest with my stop loss here. And so I had my buy order set around, I want to say like 119. And then I placed my, I want to say mental stop loss here below the low, below this low here. And then also below the weekly level, the weekly support level as well. So below that 107, because I saw that this was wicked down, I also placed my stop loss here. And so price came really close. Price came really close to the stop loss, or my mental stop loss that I had. But eventually we reversed, changed character to the upside, and then a massive bullish candle all the way through. You'd love to see it. Now, And this was a winning trade here for about, looks like about 18% for what I had. But a lot of times people will say, well, Crypto Hotep looks like you left money on the table here, because what you could have had a take profit up here, or maybe even before your daily selling level here. That's very true. And you are 100% correct that I did leave money on the table. But my thought process is, if I left money on the table, that means I still have the money. So I don't really, when I first started trading, I used to be very extremely greedy, and that would cause for a lot of losses, right? Because who's to say that price wouldn't just have tapped into this flip zone and then just boom, a huge amount of selling pressure from that would have kicked in and price would have declined past that weekly level. We don't know this, right? So I usually like to keep my trading take profits very conservative, and that they make sense in my mind here. And honestly, just seeing how price was moving, it just made sense to get something very quick here, in and out, and be done with it. And and I think that's a lesson that traders should keep in mind is, if you leave money on the table, that means you still have some money, right? You don't want to just round trip your profits where now you're holding a trade and you're in distinct profit, and then price just reverses back on you, and now you just round trip your profits where now you're negative. You never want to do that. When you're in profit and you see profit, you take profit. Um, but I did sell, or I did activate a sell limit order, and I had that sell limit order here at this level. And so another thing is, with emotion and like just thinking and taking that out of the equation, I usually just place sell limit orders at certain prices, and then that way I just let price do what it does. So if once it gets to my TP, Coinbase activates a sell limit order, and then I'm out of the trade. No fuss, no muss. I get the notification, I'm done. So then that way I don't have a um, regretful trigger finger and selling too little, too late. This was my plan. I stuck to the plan, and that was it. So I got a nice 18%. Some people may have scoffed at that. Crypto enthusiasts may scoff at that, like Crypto Hotep. Like, we're used to 50%, we're used to 75, we're used to 400, whatever. Me, I'm looking at the small consistent gains, the small consistent wins, and just building those up over time and making money both in the bear and the bull market. So, with that being said, guys, as always, thank you for watching. If you have any comments, anything you want me to chart, anything at all, feel free to comment, like, subscribe. And as always, thank you and happy trading.